Welcome back. It's been a long time, but I'm super excited today to welcome a guest who will talk about, you know what, gut health. And we all have been talking about gut health, more especially in the last 5 or 10 years. This word gut has been making round. You know, when I was growing up, people would talk about the mind, the heart. Nowadays, people are talking about the gut because the gut is the second brain. So,
Yep.
as much as the first brain needs to be taken care of, and there's enough information out there, the second brain is the gut. Don't want to mess up with that because clearly something happens to the mind when you go for let's say an aerated drink versus when you go for your lime juice or a green juice. The body responds in a different way. And my guest today, Nikki Golly, is going to talk about gut health. Nikki, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you having me. Yes, talking about gut health and talking about the digestive system, the GI, there's all these different words for the gut health, but talking about the microbiome, that's a big piece. Basically, there's a whole host of different things within your body. And really, one of the best ways, and yes, we're going to talk about it, but one of the best ways to know what's happening within your digestive system is to pay attention to what's coming out. Yeah, your poop. That is one thing that allows you to know what's actually happening within your digestive system. Are you eating the right things? Are you digesting the foods that you're eating? Are you eating like are you feeling good? There's so many things, but that first line of defense is something that's leaving your body. Like how often are you going to the bathroom? Is it too often? Is it not enough? Do you fell into the constipation realm or the diarrhea realm, or are you actually eating the foods? Like, is it smelly? Like, those are different things that all tell your body what's happening within your digestive system. Most people don't have a little scope inside your digestive system, inside your gut. You don't really know because we're not very in tune most of the time with our bodies. We just feed it whatever we can and continue on with the day. But if you really pay attention and pay attention to what's coming out of your body, it can give you some really good insights of how your body's doing and your the health of your digestive system in general.
We can talk about this for as long, but I would like to make a very valuable point that in the ancient times, the first thing that the therapist or the doctors used to ask is about bowel movements.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
as much as people, kind of uh, find it disgusting and they close their nose, please do not close your nose. Don't block your nose because if it is smelling, it's a message for you
Yeah.
to act
Yep.
on.
Yep.
And
That's exactly.
this is what I learned from Nick T. That you should. It's very important to pay attention to the texture, to the amount of water, to the smell, everything. Like basically, as if the way you select your food choices based on the texture, the fiber, the content, everything. That's similarly the same way that you should pay attention to the poop.
Yeah. Yeah. Bowel movements. Like, think about it. If you go to a doctor, have you ever had surgery or anything like that? Like, before they let you out of the hospital. They make sure you have a good urination and a bowel movement because it's so important for the health of the system. If you're not actually functioning properly, things aren't working properly, right? That is a sign if things are working or if they mistakenly made a mistake in surgery or whatever. That's really, really, really important to pay attention to what's actually happening within the body. So the smell makes a difference. Like I said, most people have no idea because nobody really talks about it. You go to the doctor now and they ask you, "Are you regular?" Like, what does it's such an ambiguous, like, yeah, I regularly poop once a week. Like, that's my regular. They don't say, like, are you going to the bathroom every day? Like, these are important. I think we need to change the questions a lot because it's really important to really pay attention to what's actually happening in your body because so many people are sick and tired and they get way more sicknesses. Their immune systems are low. They just don't feel good. They don't have the energy that they could if their digestion actually worked properly. If they're eating things they were allergic to, like there's so many signs in your digestive system, right? Most people will pay attention if you bloated or if you feel uncomfortable or if you're super gassy or that type of stuff. But a lot of people don't talk about like, hey, have you pooped today? Like that's a valid
Yeah,
question. People aren't going to ask something like that, but
yeah.
it is a really valid conversation because so many people are miserable and nobody knows it.
I think we should. I think every adult should ask this to each other. It shouldn't be a taboo because if you've not, then you should provide that person with love and care and something that will nourish them. Because imagine car, the aircraft, everything releases something.
Mhm.
So there is an inflow, but there also needs to be an outflow. You
100%.
just try to the audience. You just try blocking the exhaust of your vehicle. That's
Yeah.
exactly what constipation is. But the only thing is that we've got a super physical body that is working day out hard to keep us alive. Otherwise, trust me, I would have been dead long back.
All of us. Yeah. Yeah.
Trust
It's
me,
true.
I'm saying this, I would have been dead, but it's thanks to the physical body, to the mind that is fighting its way through the burgers, the nachos, and the ice creams still keep me fit and healthy. And to all of us, so we should be grateful for the gut.
Yeah. I mean, you think about it, it's the center point of your body. Everything that goes into your body, even things that go on your body, thinking lotions and things like that, have to get processed through your digestive system. That's your large
Even
intestine, your small intestine, your
creams,
stomach. Also, uh-huh.
you mean even the creams and the lotions?
Well, think
Oh
about it.
my God.
If you're putting something on your skin, where's it going? It's being absorbed into your skin, so therefore it absorbs into your bloodstream, which then gets filtered through your liver and your kidneys and your like there is all of this, everything digestive system. There's so much internal in our bodies that's our main place. Like that is the center point of our bodies. One interesting fact that most people don't know, when we're actually created, like if you are in your mom's womb, we are created from the bottom up. The first thing that actually forms in humans when they're in utero is the digestive system, is essentially the butthole. We start that direction because it's so
Oh,
important for the body, but yet it's so taboo that nobody talks about it. Like, let's change that. People will go 10, 20, 30 years being miserable because nobody has this conversation about the digestive system. So I'm kind of talking, you'll see lots of stuff about like let's talk about poop, let's get people healthy. I know you talk about we should ask everybody. I kind of joke, kind of, I'm a it's a weird topic, I get it, so I kind of make light of it, and instead of asking people how you're doing, we should ask people how you pooping. Because it's valuable. It's like it's a more important question a lot of times. How you doing? Like, you people
Yes,
give you a canned response because everyone says that, right? So if you
totally.
ask like, "Oh, how you pooping?" Like, fine, or I haven't gone in a couple days. Like, hey, we should talk about that
Uh,
because that's causing your energy to be lower. It's causing your body to not function properly.
what I've noticed is that the mind becomes restless, there's lack of clarity, and it just feels wrong. For me, it's
100%.
wrong,
Yeah, you talk about the gut being the second brain. They are your brain in your head and the brain in your gut are very interconnected. When your digestion isn't good, if you're constipated, if you're not having the right, if you're not feeling good, then you actually the brain in your head doesn't work. Things don't click. Things don't come to you as naturally as easily. It just you're everything just doesn't work as good. Like everything in your body is affected, especially when you're constipated, or even if you're on the other side and you're going to the bathroom way too much. Like it takes a lot of time and energy, and it actually zaps your personal energy if you're not feeling well.
Yes, and it's super uncomfortable to have this, thing of gas, bloating, constipation. It's like the mind, instead of focusing on innovation, instead of focusing on growth, it goes downwards, and the mind is like constantly, you're in a meeting and you're like, oh, I don't pass any gas now. I'm gonna get super embarrassed, or I might lose this business deal that I'm about to make.
Right?
Like the
Right?
mind, rather than thinking about a higher possibility, it's stuck to the gut and the rectum. Yes, yes. Basically, it's stuck there. So it's not able to channelize something out into the universe. So this is my message to everyone, that the probably one of the most important reasons why your uh the connection between you and the universe is, sort of hissing, is because of the bloating, the gas, the constipation, the gut health.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
needs a flora and fauna to be in a certain way,
Yeah.
so that you can operate, so that you can think, so that you
You
have
can make money, especially
you
I
can
talk
make
to a lot of business
money,
owners in what I
exactly.
do.
And the
And
other
mhm.
thing is that to get frequent bowel movements, it just makes the body flexible in a flow. You don't have to do much. The walking, the talking, everything is so effortless.
As long as you're eating the right things, right? If you're not eating things that make you uncomfortable or your things that your body is not absorbing, not digesting, if you're eating things that are your body's sensitive to, it just doesn't work, right? Things your body just doesn't know what to do with some of these things. So then you have stinky bowel movements or you don't have a like you said you're kind of either way off of the scale. You're not going to the bathroom every day or way too often. It gives you signs of things that are not working. And that's connected to your brain. If things aren't working, like you said, your brain is on, oh my God, don't go to the bath. Don't I need to go to the bathroom. I need to go to the bathroom. You're not actually present with your client. You're not present with your potential um potential client or a prospect is what I was going with.
Yes.
It could be anyone, really. You're just not present. You can't be as present if your digestion isn't working well.
Yes, and the other thing is that upon my research and experience, there are three things most important. Fiber, movement, and the third one is water.
Those are huge. Yes, I
Anything
talk about all
else
three
that
of
you would
those.
like to add to fiber, water, and movement?
Yeah. I mean, those are really good things people, if they actually did it every day, would make a big difference in their digestion, especially water. Most people are major dehydrated, like just consistently, most people are on the dehydrated realm because water doesn't taste good or water doesn't have flavor in it or you just don't know how much water we actually should drink because it's not a conscious thing. But water makes a huge difference. And another piece to that where I would add to is
Salt.
stress. No,
Oh yes, yes.
stress.
Stress.
Because when you are in stress, which most of us live in stress all the time because we're business owners, we're parents, you're like go 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 all the time, your body's in stress, but your stress is called your sympathetic nervous system. So part of that sympathetic nervous system is your fight or flight, that gives that stress that kind of keeps you moving. But there's a parasympathetic nervous system on the other side of that, and the parasympathetic nervous system is called the rest and digest nervous system, but they work like a teeter totter. So if you're stressed, the rest and digest system, the healing system, isn't turned on or it's dialed way down. So you can't really have great digestion if you're stressed all the time. So that is another major piece of the digestive system, which most people don't connect the two. That's that gut brain connection or brain gut connection in this circumstance affects you heavily.
Yes. That was a very big one, and stress. This is something I've personally experienced. You know, perfect breakfast, the perfect lunch, the perfect everything, and still there was something missing. And that's when I started to realize that it could be stress. Too many thoughts in the mind, rushing all the time, and all of that. And I would personally add, if somebody is facing a lot of, you're hydrating yourself, but you're not able to retain that, then add some salt. And
Yeah.
if
Electrolytes are
I would say
powerful.
that
Yeah.
because that they have an additional hydrating effect.
Yeah, some salt, yes. A lot of people, especially in the United States where I'm at, a lot of people get way too much salt, so I'd be weary about recommending people to get salt. I
Yes,
do have a few clients that I have recommended for salt or electrolytes in general just because it is so powerful. It helps to hydrate yourselves that much more, but most of the time it's just water. Most of the time people really need water. I know you had experienced that having a little bit of extra salt made a big
yes.
difference for you.
The
So
right
I
kind
wouldn't
of salt.
recommend people to go straight to salt. Definitely work on actually hydrating. And hydrating, I'm talking like take your body weight. I know we work in pounds a lot in the US, so pounds, say half your body weight in ounces of water, or at least at minimum 2 liters of water. 2 liters of water every day. And that will make a big difference on how you feel.
Yes, I would just like to add one thing. It might be 2 liters, but then during the summer season, if you feel
Mm,
more thirsty, go for it.
yeah,
Because
more,
you might need
more.
2.5, you might even need 3 if you've
See?
been out in the sun. As I know, all of you Americans are just waiting for the summer season to go out, and and you and the heat makes you lose a lot of water, water. So it's
Hmm.
very important to then replenish that along with electrolytes and basically mineral water.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think this topic can go on and on, but I want to make this real short so that people, at least now, people can make changes. And audience, we will be back for another session to dig a little bit more in depth.
Yes. Put any questions you have below and we'll answer them.
Yes, please put your questions and any closing notes, Nikki. Any closing notes for the audience to take a action right now after they finish this video.
Yes. Cheers. First things first, go get enough water. Are you drinking enough water? And what can you do to de stress? Take some deep breaths, enjoy life, be grateful for where you're at. Even if it's a challenging time, there is a silver lining to every situation. So try to lower your stress as much as possible and hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Those are the biggest things that I can recommend for sure.
Another one, eat more whole foods full of fiber.
Yes.
So
Yes.
there we go. I think the next session will be about something, you know, we'll dig deep into the higher, you know, sort of the higher thought process because food is the basic which needs to be changed. And
Yeah.
next time we will talk about resting because
Mm.
lack of sleep can also really, cause a lot of stress. Thank you very much, Nikki. I will
Thank
see you
you.
soon and I will pass on all the questions to you and we can take them up in the upcoming session. Let's make this a series.
All right. All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you.